Hello, hello everyone. Welcome back to What If Izuku Midoriya was Two-Face. Now, where we last left off, Dabi, Suyu, and Izuku were fully recruited into the family after Izuku put two shots in the back of the head of the number one hero's old sidekick, Night Eye. So we'll take it off, like as the initiation process is finished. Izuku, Dabi, Suyu begin talking. He's seen Suyu and Dabi around. Dabi's main job was pretty simple. It was arson. And Suyu was the smash and grab. Simple, easy. Sometimes Dabi and Suyu worked together. Some jewelry stores did not pay their money on time, and, well, they paid for it. To be honest, Suyu, Dabi, and Deku, over the next year time skip that we're going to be doing, are getting real fucking acquainted. They're pretty much family. Vinny's with them too, because no matter what, you gotta keep the people that put you in the game in the first place. Make sure that they're nice and cozy, you know what I'm saying? But, after that year, Izuku was able to pull a few strings. Was able to finally do what he wanted to do for about half of his life. Get some payback on Katsuki for all that blabber come out of his goddamn mouth. It's gonna break his damn teeth in. But let's just say Izuku is able to pull enough strings to get, well, the cameras off in a spot where Izuku, Midoriya, and Bakugo are left basically by themselves. No cameras, nothing. So, earlier that day, Izuku's a busybody. He gets straight A's, so he's allowed to really just carry his backpack in and out of class. Because sometimes he be doing other people's classwork in his. And what I mean by other people's classwork, I mean like biology and in chemistry class, shit like that. Now, I want to say about recess time and assembly is called. Izuku and Katsuki are left alone. But that day, Izuku brought something for Katsuki. One of those small novelty baseball bats, about the size of your arm. Well, not the size of your arm, but tip of your middle finger all the way down to the bottom of your elbow if you bench your arm. So, Deku, I'm not gonna lie to you, he basically jumps Bakugo. It's not really a fight at first, because Izuku goes for the very obvious, well, jumping method of hitting him in the back of the head with a bat. After that, he proceeds to beat Katsuki like a dog until, well, like two of Katsuki's goons finally come out of the bathroom and are sent to go figure out where Katsuki is. Specifically, I'm talking about the one with the wings and extendo fingers. They see Katsuki getting jumped. Izuku notices them. And in that brief instance, Katsuki lets off an explosion on the left side of Izuku's face. Now, Izuku's not... He has somewhat of a pain tolerance, but this shit hurt a lot. When the smoke clears and Izuku stumbles back, he doesn't fall down, however, or even really let out a scream. They see Izuku's face, and holy shit, half of it's gone. Izuku, with a new-found hatred for Katsuki, begins going at him a lot harder to maim him. It was first just to beat him like a dog. Until that. He's maiming this man. All the while, the two people that were Katsuki's goons try to help. But, let's just say Fat Kid runs up and gets battered right in his jaw and laid out almost immediately, while what's his face? Extendo Fingers tries to extend his fingers outwards to grab the bat. Izuku proceeds to grab his fingers and hit them with the bat, breaking them, damn near turning and his bones to like dust as he's just slowly but surely working his way up to the actual arm of him, because he could only extend for so long. If this was the DC universe, however, he would have been able to get to the teachers, but we're not gonna get there. So Izuku beats his ass too. Katsuki finally basically waking up after like being concussed for a solid like minute. Wakes up, looks around, see Izuku with half of his face gone, part of his hair on fire, and him just patting it out, basically speed walking like a man that's about to commit a war crime over to Katsuki. Katsuki tries to get up and realize my legs are broken. As Izuku proceeds to beat him more, and then looks at his watch. And he says, okay, you wanted to burn my face. You see, I was just gonna give you a beating. Now, this shit's personal. As Izuku proceeds to hit himself with the bat multiple times, aiming for his knees, his arms, his shoulders, the side of the face that's burnt, only making him even more fucked up. Hitting Katsuki in the face again, and with that bat, getting some of Izuku's blood on his face. And since Izuku was wearing gloves, he puts the bat in Katsuki's hands, makes him squeeze it tightly, takes it back, uses his mouth to get a glove off, puts his hand on the bat, as well as his other hand, and fall on the ground. Him using his phone to call the authorities. The police roll up to the school and see Izuku's burnt-ass face, Katsuki on the ground, and 3 other people. I'm sorry, 2 other people, not 3. And, well, the school is notified, Inko is notified, Hazashi is notified. I'm not gonna lie to you, the school's paying through its teeth right now. And Katsuki and his 2 people, they get sent to juvie. Now, Izuku, Inko and them don't have enough money to fix his face. And Izuku, to be honest, is fine with it. Which kind of surprises Inko and them. They're like, are you certain? I mean, we could save up. And he's like, no, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. He's like, all right. Izuku basically has people on the inside of Juvie. It is basically paying them to make Katsuki's life, well, while he's in Juvie, a living hell. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, Izuku may or may not have also kind of messed with the lawyer of Katsuki's, and well, he kinda took his family, specifically his wife, his pregnant wife, sent him a message and basically said, if you don't make him do a plea deal, I'm going to send you a video of me pulling your wife's eyeballs out of her head. I'm going to put it in your mailbox, and I'm going to put the eyeballs in there with the disc. And, well, in fear of his pregnant wife being harmed, his arm gets bent so far out of whack, he's like this close to like wanting to put Katsuki in actual prison, but is convinced out of it by Tsuyu because he didn't like plan it out properly. He was acting out an emotion, which he does understand, and which is why he's wearing his scar on the left side of his face almost as if it is a badge of everyone fucks up. So yeah, we're gonna do another year time skip. Izuku's been scheming, and has been scheming a lot. Been starting to make plays, basically getting people to like him a lot more than the mafioso, the godfather of the family. So, the godfather is damn near about to... Hold on. Yep, sorry about that. Whew. The godfather is about this close to ordering Izuku's termination from the family until a knock, a very loud knock, and a bang goes off as well. His door gets kicked open by Izuku, Vinny, Tsuyu, and Dabi. They all rush in the room with silenced pistols, guns, just guns in general. There are some other people with them as well. How do I say this? This man gets lit up worse than a Christmas tree. He is just... This man is holes in flesh. He is not considered a human anymore. Or like even considered a corpse. This man is just a thing that was shot so much it just basically became like meat Swiss cheese, along with the Godfather's left and right hand. So, after that, everyone's talking, and Izuku takes the mafioso seat. At the age of 12, he was able to overthrow a mob boss, and he instates Dabi as his right hand, Vinny as his left hand, and Tsuyu as his fingers, making sure or that all the bases are covered, and knowing everything he has to do to make sure that these bodies will go under the radar. People will not remember they existed. And, Kotsky, I'm not gonna lie, and his two goons, we're gonna switch over to them for a moment. Hold on. Alright. Yeah. We back. My apologies. I've been coughing up a storm lately. I mean, I feel fine. It's just that, like, I've been coughing. I don't know. But anyways, when it comes down to Kotsky and his two goons, they get it kind of rough. They got, like, people, I want to say, like, 13, 14 coming down on them like dogs. Like, beating the dog shit out of them, really. Just like, yeah, sure, Kotsky's the only one with, like, in his group with, like, a strong quirk. And in this juvie, yeah, sure, they don't really expect kids to be on that prison shit, but it happens, so there are quirk-canceling collars on people. But Bakugo's physical strength ain't really that much when he's 12 facing off against some 14-year-olds. I'm sorry. That's just reality. Kotsky and his people get bitched for about 2 years. Kotsky and his goons get let off on good behavior on the tightest leash known to man. They have a curfew, and since Kotsky wanted interest in a hero school, they basically told him, alright, you're going to be on a very tight leash. We're going to let you attempt to take the entrance exam and all that good. So, we're going to skip to around Izuku being 13. Yeah. Izuku being 13 years old, he still does taxes. He's still the washing machine, don't get me wrong. But now he's more occupied in his free time. Now, don't get me wrong, Izuku works out. I'm not gonna lie to you. He is extremely working out a lot. Like, he does it to basically keep his frustrations in check. And yeah, his grades slip a little bit. But he could have graduated like 4 years ago. Like, he's just staying here because he just, well, I have friends, and that's basically it. No one really talks. Well, some people do talk to Izuku still. Like, he did have friends in, like, the school because he actually had a quirk in this. So, that's kind of strange, but you do what you do. Some of his friends, yeah, sure, they were kind of thrown off by the fact that, hey, he wasn't wearing a mask or anything to help that thing heal, and he just flat out said, nah, this is a reminder for myself. This is a reminder that no one cannot get hit. No matter how strong you are, how much you plan, you're going to get hit. And you need to be strong enough to survive that hit. That is what this scar is to me. A reminder. His friends nod in agreement. I'm gonna say at 13, and Izuku is like starting to be coy with Suyu. He does have a bit of a crush. I'm not gonna lie. Because let's be frank here. He really likes Suyu. Her attitude hasn't really changed that much from the canon. And the reason he likes Suyu is because you could have an intelligent conversation with her. That and to him, she pretty. So, yeah. We're gonna skip to 14. Izuku still has that mentality that, yes, everyone could be saved when I'm on the clock as a hero. But when I'm a mob boss, nobody's safe. He has made a direct cut to where here and how he does his business. He's really nice to his parents. He's just a swell guy in general. All the way until the mobster thing hits. And the fact that he's running a family. And he has had to, like, shoot some people that he considered, like, his friends. Which kind of, like, hit him in the chest a little bit. Like, ugh. This hurts, Fabio. Why? Why you do this, anyway? But, yeah. Izuku kind of just is coasting at this point. Like I said, we're skipping to 14. The sludge villain incident does happen twice because Izuku is still like, can I still be a hero if I have, like, an intelligence quirk? Type stuff. And I'm not gonna lie, Nezu does know of Izuku, just like Izuku knows of Nezu. They just haven't talked yet. But Nezu doesn't know about him being a mobster, or there would be some shit happening in the background, like, ugh. Like, just weird happenstance, quote unquote. But, yeah. All Might does see that basically the same Izuku, but like with a burnt ass face. It's basically it. He still wants to become number one, but he has some things that he's in the works of doing. And Katsuki is still the one to get scooped by the sludge villain. Izuku notices, realizes a familiar set of hair in the crowd. Because let's be real, I'm surprised Izuku didn't notice the like, tall and lanky person with a mane of golden hair. I'm surprised you didn't notice that. Especially when you've seen All Might de-transform. So, Izuku kinda does the same stuff as in canon. But, instead of him, like, doing kinda stupid stuff, like, hey, I'm gonna throw my backpack. No, he, runs up, pulls out a pencil, and stabs Slime Villain in the eye. Like, no joke. There is zero chill. Making the Sludge Villain lose his grip on Katsuki, Izuku getting him out, and bouncing. Bouncing almost immediately, because the Sludge Villain kind of fucking hurt. Like, it didn't, like, the pencil didn't go all the way in. But, like, he's not going to be able to see out of that eye for, like, a little bit, but, like, he's fine. And all in all, he could have blinded him permanently in that eye. But, Luckily enough, Izuku just knows a very good spot to hit to cause someone extreme pain. He had to interrogate people before. So, yeah. So, Izuku gets Katsuki out, and All Might sees this. He sees, yeah, that was brutal, but he got the job done. And as Izuku basically brings him past everyone, looks at Katsuki and says, don't get trapped like an idiot again, and runs off because he kind of just stabbed someone in the eye. As I'm not gonna lie, All Might kind of runs after him. The only reason he did this, by the way, is to show one thing in particular. Izuku is quite capable without having like a speed or strength quirk. Like Izuku is relatively toned in this because he got Two-Face's anger issues and he puts that anger into working out and his mafia life, kinda. Not really, but still. As Izuku, who goes home, the usual All Might stick happens. And they know that Izuku's basically going to be out of action for a couple of days, for like the 10 months. Until a deal goes sour. I want to say it's with Shiasaki's crew. The remnants of the Yaks. Now, the mob have been getting bolder. Like, they're one of the superpowers at this point in time in the underground. They're up there with, like, Love and the other folks. Love being League of Villains, because I find that hilarious. So, after they kind of figure out that, hey, there's about 15K that's not in this bag, and instead there's fucking weights. Weights and a card that says go fuck yourself. Izuku's pissed. Izuku's really fucking mad. So, everyone knows when Izuku's pissed off, he could do some vindictive shit. Just some psychotic stuff. So, they, basically find out there's a presumptive death member, the, big one that could, like, if he punches you, he takes some of your energy or some shenanigans. They basically find out that he has a wife and 2 kids. They go missing. And about a day later, a box shows up, like, in Shiasaki's mailbox. He thinks nothing of it. He opens it, and there are about 6 hands worth of fingers in there, all holding up a disc. That, oh, hey, good to know. But, just all of them holding up a disc that just says, you fucked up on it. Now, what that disc has on it is the equivalency of a masked man with green hair, green and white hair, my apologies, slowly cutting the fingers off of the wife and the two kids. Izuku, like I said, gets really fucking vindictive when you piss him off. And at the end of the video, it's basically said, you have until noon or the woman dies. Dies, and I mean dies slow. I want my fucking money double. Double my cash that you owe me, and I'll give you all of them back. And, they kinda... He's close, like, the Precinct of Death member is close enough to Shiasaki to, well, kinda twist his arm a bit to get his family out of the shit. So, they pick him up. They give Izuku the actual money. They drive off. I'm gonna say most of the Precinct of Death members are in there. Well, not most, all of them, except for, hold on. Sorry, I'm back. I had to go get my coffee. Anyway. As soon as I get, like, a mile away from where they picked them up, they, let's just say Izuku put some very interesting things in their body. Explosives, specifically. In each one of them. 2 things a C4 in the woman and 1 per kid. Boom. The car with the most of the Precinct of Death members, all of them dead. Because no one really expected anything. Like, the wife didn't even know, because the wife was tied up, knocked unconscious. And same with the kids. It's, well, except for the torture video. They were quite conscious. They couldn't see anything, but they knew, oh, people are losing fingers, because we all lost ours. But, yeah. After that reaches Shiasaki, Shiasaki is not angry. He's terrified on how many people he killed. Just like that. Now, like, there were rumors about, like, Izuku kind of owning a lot of weapons and having a lot of people. So, well, how do I say this in the most comfortable way? Izuku, within the hour of Shiasaki basically grabbing up Eri and the boss, they're about to leave. And, well, there is about 100 to 200 people with fully automatic weapons basically staring him down, surrounding the building. You and Izuku just sitting on the hood of a car, or with a Tommy gun in his lap, and a deagle in his right hand, flipping a coin. Just chilling. Izuku looks up when he hears the door opens and says, "Oh, you're here. Good, you're here. Fantastic. Now, I have one thing that I'm gonna say to you that's real fucking simple." And he's like gesturing with his deagle. He flicks it a little bit to the right and fires. And the boss that was in the hospital bed kind of gets the top half of his head blowed outward. And it's no longer really considered a head anymore. As that shot happens, Shiasaki kind of like froze, like, oh fuck, because he was slowly taking off his glove behind his back, just trying to be slick about it, with like one hand all the while still holding Eri. But as soon as that gun went off, he let go of Eri. Eri ran. Suyu picked her up, basically told her, "Yeah, no, we're gonna leave, okay? Bad man ain't gonna be able to hurt you no more." Basically takes her away, and a cacophony of gunshots. As soon as Eri is out of the danger zone, there is zero hesitation in any of the 200 men that are there. And yeah, sure, Shiasaki's pretty fast. But he ain't fast enough to take the rest of his glove off, slam his hand on the ground, and force his quirk to put up like a thick wall of concrete. That wouldn't really work because high velocity... God damn it. Hold on. I'm sorry, the noise stopped. Got replaced by a much more quieter one, so we're rolling with it. So yeah, what I was about to say before I was so rudely interrupted by a machine. That's, well, high velocity plus armor piercing equals very fast, very hard-hitting bullets. It's not that much of a thing to say that it might just straight up go through concrete. Because some armor-piercing shells could just go through tanks. I wouldn't be surprised if it could go through concrete. No matter how dense he makes it. Like, well, actually, no. But you get the idea. Like, about 200 people firing at someone. Yeah, sure, even if he, like, got fast, he's gonna get hit a fair bit. Put the walls up. And they're still going to be emptying the clip. Reload, and then empty it again. Like, that's the type of stuff that they're on. They're trying to cream this man like they did the old Don. So, after Shiasaki's death, their boss's death, their guns were not silenced. So, as his little execution was happening... Oh. Hey. As his little execution was happening, people were going in and out of the back, just taking shit, putting them in vans and stuff like that. About 100 people doing that. So in total, my man has like 300 people at the age of 14 during the 10 months. I'm gonna say this is halfway through the 10-month period. And, well, let's be frank. Yikes. As soon as the police got there, Izuku and his people were gone. all there were just a fuck ton of shell casings and 2 dead bodies. And some other, other bodies laid out in the building dead. Because silencers in this world are fucking amazing. But anyway, wow, we hit 40 minutes. That was me just freeballing. Damn. So, I believe that we have come to the end of our time. I hope you all have a nice day. And stay frosty.